welcome back to Casting On. It has been a while since I filmed a video. I had, I think, just fallen out of the habit. Things were busy, and I think I also was trying to do it too frequently. So I think going forward, my plan is to try and do a monthly sort of, this is what I worked on this month, this is what I finished, this is what I bought, etc. Instead of trying to do weekly or even bi-weekly, doing it, I think once a month at least to start is a good baseline. It's not too much. And I will try to be filming some videos to load in between those. One thing I'm really excited about is I finally, after multiple tries, have gotten into the Yarnable subscription. If you haven't heard of the Yarnable subscription, I'm sorry, it's really difficult to get into. There's no spots available right now. I will leave the link down below for you can sign up to join the wait list, and you will be notified anytime there is a spot available. It's a monthly yarn subscription box by Hypnotic Yarns. If you watch the Crazy Sock Lady here on YouTube, you know that it's her favorite yarn subscription box, and I am so excited that I finally got into it. So I will also be doing, starting next month, a monthly Yarnable unboxing. So look out for that. I also have a little sleepy co-host today. This is Minerva. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably see lots of her. Unfortunately, she has a bit of a bad habit for eating yarn. She loves yarn as much as her mama, just in a different way. She shows her love by consuming it, which is bad, and we've had several emergency vet trips over it. We had a recent vet trip over it. We forgot to lock the closet door before we went out, which we have child-proof locks on a lot of our closet doors because of her, because she can open the doors. And she got in and she ate a whole bunch of yarn that I had dyed that was drying. So I have to be really careful about where I leave my yarn. So I'm filming this while she is having her afternoon nap, so hopefully she won't wake up and try and eat anything that I'm about to show you. So the first thing I want to show you is a finished object. I recently did a test knit for, these are called the Committee Socks, and they are by A Bee in a Bonnet. The pattern was released, I believe, about a week ago. I found this test knit on Yarn Pond. If you're someone who likes testing, or if you're a designer who is looking to find testers, I highly recommend checking out Yarn Pond. I did it for my last test for my free pattern of the Twist and Shout socks, and it was great. As a designer, you do have to pay a small fee in order to post a testing call, but as a tester, it doesn't cost you anything to, log on and apply for tests. So I highly recommend checking out Yarn Pond. So these have a really interesting texture. It was a super fun knit. It was a stitch that I had never done before. And this yarn is actually one of my own colorways called Haunted. Something else that's really exciting that has been happening, which is also why I've been busy, is I have started selling both finished handmade items and my own dyed yarn in a local shop here in Toronto in a neighborhood called The Junction. If you're local to Toronto, the shop is called Maker's Market. Please go check it out. There's a wide variety of artists that are selling there. It's a great space. Go check it out and support your local artists. So my plan is hopefully one day to keep practicing different, at least get a few staple colorways under my belt that I can repeat over and over again. This is one that I have been able to repeat, and I'm hoping to get to the point where I can at least do some small pre-orders for whatever those few colorways are that I can actually replicate. Which is interesting because this one, at least to me, looks like it would be super complicated to dye. And it's actually really easy to replicate. I mean, it doesn't come out exact every time, but that's the nature of hand-dyed yarn. But there was another colorway that I was like, oh, it's gonna be so simple to recreate. It was not. I tried to recreate it and was like, well, that is several shades greener than I wanted. So that's not gonna be one of those colorways, but I will keep you all posted when that happens. Also, do you like my shirt? This is very me. Skulls and yarn. This is about as Bethany. The only way this could be any more Bethany was if there was like a cat sitting here. I got this from, oh geez, should have looked this up. I think it was called Black Squirrel Bakery. I will put the name at the bottom of the screen here. I don't know if she still has any left, but if she does, definitely check it out. She had a couple different shirt designs. This is the one I chose, and I'm super happy with it. So, the other thing I've been working on that is living in my newest project bag from Longview Creations is the Satellite Shawl by Andrea Mowry. So, story. I was going to participate in the Shawlography make-along by Stephen West. This is going to be my first one. I was so excited. I bought the yarn for it. I was ready to go. I cast on and I was kind of like, this is interesting. And then I saw a preview of the whole first clue, it knit up, and I was like, this doesn't look like something I'm going to be into. Damn. And so I then had a bit of a panic and was like, well, what do I do now? I have all this yarn. So I freaked out for a couple hours and then was like, it's okay. This shawl isn't for me. There's another shawl out there that is. So I went through my Ravelry favorites and was like, this is it. I told myself I was going to learn brioche this year. It's almost the end of the year. Let's do it. So I downloaded the Satellite Shawl. Now, far from perfect, but this is what we have so far. We're all tangled. So, as you can see, there's sections of just garter stripes, sections with short rows, and then sections with brioche. I'm not gonna put it too up close to the camera, just because I did botch the first brioche section. I actually frogged it twice, and on my third attempt I was like, yeah, I got this. I got this. I was a little too confident, and in my last couple rows, it was like, oh, I don't know what I did. And I did not feel like ripping back the entire section because, to be honest, I'm not skilled enough at brioche to be able to like frog back a couple rows. I would have had to do the whole section over. So the first section's a little wonky, but that's okay. My second brioche section has come out a lot better. Still not perfect. Made a couple errors in the first row, but much better, much improvement. I am really enjoying the shawl. The one thing I like about it is because, you know, there's 3 different repeating sections, it's kind of like you never get bored, because just as you're starting to be kind of like, ugh, this section's a little over this, you're on to the next section, which is great. I really like this, and it's also, this way it's not too much brioche. It's not like an entire shawl of brioche. It gives you a little bit of a break. It's like you work on it, you move on to some stocking net, you do a little bit of short row work, and then come back to the brioche. I also think this has really helped my short rows. I've only done short rows, I think, once in a sweater. So this is really giving me some practice on the short rows. So next time I knit a sweater with short rows, I'm gonna be a pro. Oh, are you waking up, Boo Boo? Oh, I think I'm disturbing her nap. I think someone's fire alarm is also going off. But anyway, the yarn I'm using for this is all by Leo and Roxy. They're one of my favorite dyers. Definitely go check them out. I'll have them linked below. I'm super excited to be knitting this. It's a slow knit, but I'm enjoying it. Something else that I bought that I'd seen once before and I was like, that's kind of stupid, to be honest. And then as I start knitting this, where you're doing lots of color work, I was like, oh, I can see the use of these. I bought a couple little yarn cozies. So I got these ones from Smash Knits. So they're basically little stretchy sleeves that you put over your yarn ball, and it basically keeps it from unraveling in your yarn bag. And then when you're doing color work, it kind of just holds it separate so everything's not getting all tangled. I really like them. I will definitely be buying more. I regret thinking they were stupid, but live and learn. So the next thing I'm going to show you, I know I'm filming this on the 29th, so it's not even Halloween, but okay, I've bought a lot of yarn recently, like a lot of yarn, and pretty much all of the Halloween yarn I ordered hasn't arrived yet, and probably won't arrive until late November, is what it is. But all of the Christmas yarn I ordered has arrived, and so I am knitting just a vanilla sock in this beautiful Christmas yarn that I got from Hobby. So this is only my second time shopping from Hobby, but I'm a little crazy on the Christmas yarn. Why, I don't know. They were having a sale, which I think one just sucked me in. Two, I'm a sucker for some sparkle yarn, and so I bought not one, just put this away, not two, oop, that's upside down, not three, focus, here we go, but 4 balls of sparkle Christmas yarn. Tell me, what am I gonna do with 4 skeins of sparkle Christmas yarn? I don't know, but we'll find out. So I really am just feeling the Christmas yarn apparently. I really love these. So I will do a full review on these after I've knit a couple of things up. The one thing I will say is about this kind of like this Christmas sock wool yarn, which I'm knitting the other socks out of. The sparkle's itchy. Like, I don't know if I knit a garment out of this. I know I'm knitting socks, but like I can handle a little bit of itchy socks, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the end of the world. I don't know if I'd knit a scarf or anything out of this, but we'll see. So that's why I'm also like, what am I gonna do with 4 balls of sparkle Christmas yarn? For some reason, these round ones, even though it's the same, like that kind of like tinsely sparkle, this is much softer. And oh, that might be acrylic. This is acrylic and this is wool. So superwash wool and polyamide polyester. So maybe the itch is actually coming from the wool and not the sparkle. Interesting. I just assumed it was the sparkle. But we'll see. Maybe I will. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to make. But yeah. This is my second order I've ever placed with Hobby. I really like their yarn so far, what I've tried. It's super affordable. They have a wide variety. And yeah, I am stocked on the Christmas yarn, because also Polka Dot Creek, who is another one of my favorite dyers, she had on Thanksgiving weekend, if you used a code she had available, you could get free shipping. So of course I had to buy something. So I bought this sock set. It is the DK sock set in vintage Christmas card with brick and cactus minis. So I bought the DK sock set simply because I have a ton of sock yarn, like a ton, and I love a little bit of DK. I do want to like increase my DK stash, and so I thought DK Christmas socks would be, you know, super fun and cozy. So I'm excited to knit these up. I'm pretty sure she still has some in her, oh, it's picking the cat up and not the yarn, there we go. I'm sure she still has some in her shop. At least I'm pretty sure. Go and check. I will have all of these yarn companies linked down below. So definitely go and check them out if you're in the market for some holiday yarn. This would be great to use in the Sockmas knit along that Nitty Natty is hosting. So, like I said, I bought a ton of yarn recently, like a ton of yarn. And a lot of it's pre-order, so a lot of it still is to come in. And the thing with pre-orders is, if you've never bought pre-order yarn, it takes a while for the dyers to, you know, dye it up, ship them out, etc. Especially depending on how many people. If they have thousands of people ordering, it's gonna take a long time. I got a shipment notification. I was like, what? What is this? I completely and totally 100% forgot I bought 2 sock sets from the Taylor Swift collection by Sorella. Like, completely forgot. Not, oh right, it was like, oh I bought those? Okay. So I bought the first one I got the 1989, and the reason I got the 1989 was because, well, I was born in 1989, so how could I not? This is gorgeous. It is on her 80/20 superwash merino wool nylon base. You know, full skein and then the mini. And then I just couldn't pass up the You Need to Calm Down. It is bright. It is like pinkish with all those bright pops of color. I couldn't pass it up. I thought it was gorgeous. The camera's determined to pick up the cat and not the yarn. But I love it. And this is also on the same 80/20 base, which is my preferred base for socks. You know, having a little bit of nylon in there just help keep them stronger. But yeah, so I will be apparently knitting tons of socks. The only other thing I think I'm currently working on is I'm knitting a cardigan for my husband. And I just found like a random cardigan pattern online, and I started it and realized this is way too much purling. I can't. So after I split for the sleeves, started knitting in the round, and I am going to steek it. It will be my first time steeking. If you've ever steeked before, please leave in the comments below any tips or tricks you have. If this works, I might never knit a cardigan flat ever again, because why? Yeah, so that's most of what I have been up to. I don't have tons of finished objects to show, simply because everything that I finished is at Maker's Market. So if you're local to Toronto, please go and check out Maker's Market and support your local artisans. I look forward to bringing you a Yarnable unboxing next month. and I hope you all have a safe and happy Halloween this weekend. Assuming I get this posted before Halloween. Fingers crossed. If I don't, I hope you had a safe and happy Halloween, whatever you're doing. I'm personally going to a little get-together they're having at the Makers Market for the artists. So, that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe for more videos. I'm hoping to start doing some more reviews, tutorials, things like that. If you have any suggestions down below of the types of videos you'd like to see, or even the types of videos you don't want to see, please let me know. Share this channel with your friends, and happy making.